Hi, I'm Justin Pritchard, and this is the Subaru BRZ Inazuma what the hell is it called? Inazuma. Oh, okay, Inazuma. And this is the Subaru BRZ Inazuma edition, the latest special edition version of the BRZ, which, if you didn't know, offers sports car bang for the buck on par with a $3 case of dynamite. You get this glorious little flat-4 engine, a fantastic 6-speed stick, and nearly perfect weight distribution as a start. Then the Inazuma edition adds a wicked spoiler, black trim, special wheels and tires, Sachs premium dampers, and bolted to those, these track day ready Brembo brakes. Inazuma is Japanese for lightning, which explains the violently yellow paint job you can see from Google Earth. The yellow carries on inside the authentic sports car cabin via the accent stitching, seat panels, and even door handles. There's a great big rev counter in the middle, the driver computer readouts look slick, and the cabin feels snug and compact the way a sports car should, with you sitting deep and low inside, but not feeling too confined. Good level of at-hand storage too, including cubbies and door pockets and proper cup holders. Most won't find it too hard to board, and getting out doesn't make you feel like you're being born again unless you're coming out from the back seats. You can physically fit an adult back here, but they might be more comfortable walking home in the rain. Best of all, the price. You're looking at the top dog model and it's under 33 grand. A standard model gets you into a BRZ for under 28. For that money, there's one thing that really sets the BRZ apart from competitors. From the ground up, when this car was just a sketch on some engineer's napkin at wing night, it was designed as a sports car and nothing else. Look at machines like the Civic Si or the Mini Cooper S or the Ford Focus ST. Those are all high-volume commuter models first and foremost, and they toss in a punched-up engine, stiffer shocks, bigger brakes, stick a new badge on it, and Bob's your uncle. Thing is, none of those machines was designed primarily as a sports car. This one was, and it shows. The uncompromised design means BRZ is small and lean and light, with little concession for things like cargo space or a big rear seat. Bigger sports cars exist for the money, but if you prefer small and trim, you'll like what's up here. You'll also like what's going on if you believe a proper sports car should be rear-wheel drive and you want to talk drifting with your pals. And with the Inazuma Edition's enhanced brakes and suspension improving stopping power, brake system durability, and handling stability, I dare you to find a sports coupe better set up for weekend track days right out of the box. If you want one, get to your Subaru dealer right now, because at writing only 44 units were left. If you already have one of these, well, get that thing to a racetrack right away. And though it helps, you don't actually need a racetrack to enjoy this car at all. There are many words I could use to describe what you feel when driving this thing hard. Frisky, feisty, eager, agile, athletic. These all come to mind, but what's easier to explain is what you don't feel. Drive the pants off of it, which it loves, and you never feel like the car is struggling with its size or weight or like you're bothering it. The steering is so quick you only need millimeters of movement at the wheel, but the steering is also heavy enough that it doesn't feel nervous or twitchy on the highway. It's just about perfect. Toss it around some corners really fast and it's just like, alright, cool, we can do that. No body roll, no drama, no plowing. Spin the 2-liter 205 horsepower engine to its 7,400 RPM all-motor redline and it sounds like it loves it. And if you have a pulse, you'll be smiling ear to ear. Brake hard and she shuts down from speed right now. Fade is minimal and there's confidence to spare in fast stops. The balance is tremendous. The brakes are perfectly matched to the power. The steering is expertly tuned against the handling and character of the vehicle. Nothing overwhelms anything else, and as hard as you'd care to drive, it just never feels out of its element. You also don't feel delays or softness. Steering, shifter, and clutch all have no slack. The brake feel is a little vague, but power comes on strong from the first bit of pedal. All said, BRZ responds with that right now urgency to your commands that you just don't quite get with the souped up Civic. A few other notes. With the premium dampers, the added handling performance comes with minimal compromise to comfort. Some vehicles that handle this well ride like a trash can full of cinder blocks. Here, the shocks don't turn potholes into kitten kisses, but it's comfortable enough to drive anywhere, any day. Further, though horsepower is modest and it doesn't have enough torque to bench press a collapsed solar system, you do get to smash a few good redline gear shifts before you're into merit point territory. It's also amusingly good on fuel, even if you're driving it like you stole it, which you will be. Typical sports car compromises: wind and road noise levels at speed are generous, rear seats are basically useless, and if you're not somewhat fit, you'll probably wish it was easier to get into your seat. Plus, the trunk is shallow, so you'll have to drive something else to the garden center to pick up your potted plants. And worst of all, the central command touchscreen looks like it's from the 40s. Ultimately, though, here's an authentically satisfying sports car driving experience that doesn't cost too much, is easy on fuel, and really loves having the bejesus driven out of it. If you feel like there just isn't enough sports car in your life, this thing will fix all of your problems like a packet of Peter Popov Miracle spring water. Just consider this, the 370Z Enthusiast Edition from Nissan. It's cheaper than the BRZ Inazuma, and you get a lot less feature content, but 130 more horsepower, which is fairly compelling. If you're driving one, drive them both. Having to choose one of these machines is a nice problem to have. Thanks for watching.